What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Brent Watches Babylon 5 for the first time today, Season 5, Episode 11. This is the midway point of Season 5. That means we have a half a season left after this. My prediction for this week, the episode title, Phoenix Rising. I have no idea what a Phoenix Rising could possibly mean. Jeff had a pretty good prediction, but I don't know what it is. Here's what I know. This is what I think. This is the end of the Telepath War. Please, I'm hoping for it to be the end of the Telepath War, at least the end of Byron. Right? Everything about last week, it just felt like a setup for whatever's getting ready to happen. So I'm actually expecting a pretty cool episode this week. I know we've been a little harsh. I don't have harsh. We've been like harshly mellow or mellowly harsh on season 5. It's just sort of been there so far. So anyway, that's my prediction. I don't know what's going to happen. You guys do. Most of you do anyway. We're going to find out together. Hey, listen, while you're here, please make sure you comment down below. Please remember, no spoilers. I know nothing about what happens after this point. So please do not try to fill me in. Don't connect the dots if I'm missing into that. Babylon 5 for the second time's coming real soon. Let's save all of that dot connecting for then. Okay, with that, I'm going to jump into this episode, Phoenix Rising. What does the Omega mean? I don't know that I remember that. I feel like that's probably a reference to something I should know, and I don't know what it is.
A few words for those who've just arrived. A colony of rogue telepaths have been unwisely allowed to take up residence here.
Last week we had a good voiceover from Lockley, which really felt like, hey, let's catch everybody up. It feels like this, a few words for those who've just arrived and turned the show on. This is what's happening. This is a way to do last time on Babylon 5 without doing but last time on Babylon 5. That's funny. Here we go.
Kor is mother, Kor is father. And that way, these are our children who have gone astray. We have to at least try to bring them in alive, so that we can correct their thinking.
You enjoy this, don't you? The drama, the chase.
I enjoy. Every race to develop telepaths has had to find some way to control them. Through laws, religion has had to find some way to control them. Through laws, religion, drugs, or extermination. We may not be pretty, but we're a hell of a lot better than the alternatives.
It's an interesting thing from Bester as he's giving this speech to ask the question, does he really believe this? Are these like our children who've gone astray, or do I just need to get them so I can have control over them? Is there really a difference?
Look, Captain, you called me, remember? Now that we're here, we'll handle it our way. And our way always works. Because whatever our differences, those rogues are telepaths. And that puts us on the same side. We just have to help them understand that.
I have a hunch that might be more difficult than you think, Mr. Bester.
You know, Bester brings up a good point here, a real interesting point. Every society has had to develop ways to control telepaths. As abhorrent as we find Psychor, is it actually better than the alternatives in the way that other people are doing it? I mean, they bring them in, they teach them how to use their powers, they give them rules, they give them structure, they make them a benefit to society and harness that energy. They have very strict rules, and who knows what else is going on. It also almost seems like Psychor is subversively trying to take over, and that's all questionable. But as far as how to deal with the telepaths, might actually be one of the better systems. But it's forced, and it's enslavement. That's never good, but is it not forced and enslaved in other worlds? So again, that part might be the same across cultures.
Byron, I trusted you. I let you form a colony here, gave you a place to stay.
And now your people are turning this place upside down. They've killed 4 people.
I can help, but you have to remove the Psychops first. I believe I can get them to back off if I talk to them directly.
But if any of us try to leave here, we'll be arrested.
I wouldn't believe it, Mr. President. Byron never keeps his promises. Do you, Byron?
This doesn't concern you.
Does he know Byron?
It does. You want us to leave so that you can get away. Not a chance. Your followers killed at least 4 people. And even the president, despite his liberal attitudes, knows that you can't let killers get away.
What did he mean, Byron, about you not keeping your promises?
Lyta.
He's former Psychor, isn't he? Was he like Bester's #1 man? Is this like a Obi-Wan, Anakin type situation? Is Byron freaking Darth Vader? Is he Anakin Skywalker? Is that what it is? Oh my. Oh my.
I get the feeling he wants this confrontation. There's something personal in this for him.
Speaking of personal grudges, you seen or heard of Garibaldi since Bester came on board?
Yeah.
No, I thought you would have heard from him by now.
His former Padawan.
That's what's got me worried. There's only one thing more dangerous than Mr. Garibaldi when he's loud. It's when he's dead silent.
I want you to dictate a full confession. I want you to tell the whole truth about what you did to me and to Sheridan.
What I did? Oh, you mean the part about my conditioning you to turn against your friends, sell out Sheridan to President Clark, and infiltrate a conspiracy against my beloved Psychor?
Yeah, that's the one. Now hit the button and say it again.
So much like, we got to put all this extra stuff in for the folks who haven't seen the show before.
No.
And either you do what I say right now, or I'll kill you. I mean it.
Yes, I believe you do. But my answer is still no. You're just going to have to shoot me.
Garibaldi's not going to shoot him. He can't do it, can he? His Bester got something in his
Let me ask
mind.
you something, Mr. Garibaldi. How stupid do you think I am, anyway? Do you really think I'd let you run around knowing what you know and leave you free to kill me? Before we finished adjusting you, I made sure we planted Asimov's two most important rules in your mind. You cannot harm me directly, or, through inaction, allow harm to come to me.
That is pretty smart on Bester's part. He outsmarted him. He really did. I like the cunningness of it. Using Asimov's stuff. I feel like his name's just invoked a lot. Even within the show, there's this ship called Asimov. They've done this. Maybe it's just that I've seen Asimov invoked a lot in sci-fi. You know, it's turned into a trope at this point. Whatever. It's still good. I do know he left the third rule off, which if memory serves, the third rule of robotics is that the robots are not allowed to harm themselves either. He left that one off, so Garibaldi could harm himself. Which to me immediately says two things. Either, and that seems deliberate, like that's going to be a plot point. Either Garibaldi's going to try to harm himself, like off himself, which awful, or he's going to slip back into his addiction. Just feels like that's what's getting set up by leaving that third one off. Then again, it could just be because it had nothing to do with Bester himself. So, all right, let's find out what happens with this guy. Please let this be the end.
You were a psychop?
Not just a psychop.
He was Bester's personal apprentice.
Protege. He was training me to be just like him.
Oh my gosh. It's so obvious.
For a long time.
Because he wanted to grow his
It was
hair
supposed
out.
to be a simple interception. We surrounded the transport and demanded they turn over the telepaths, or we would use deadly force.
Lock all forward weapons on transport. Prepare to fire.
Sir, they're unarmed. We can't just...
Prepare to fire, Omega-7.
I can't.
I gave you an order, Byron. Execute the order or face the consequences.
God help me, I pulled the trigger. After all, they were just mundanes.
Oh, now he cares. Now he cares about the mundanes. Now he cares about the normals.
I swore I'd never let innocents be harmed like that again. Swore to find a better way for us.
Now he's righteous
For our
for the
people.
innocent. Having this backstory would have made him far more interesting having known this several episodes ago.
Get the president and the captain on the line. Tell them we now have hostages, and if we don't get what we want, they're all dead.
Is this the guy from My Big Fat Greek Wedding? And
Starting with you.
wasn't he in like Sex and the City or something like that?
And then you.
You have to get me into MedLab, Lyta. I won't have innocent blood on my hands a second time. I won't.
I know it hurts, Peter.
You already have innocent
Byron
blood on
needs
your
you. Thomas needs you. We all need you.
Can't take that man out of here. He's not well enough to move. Now his injury.
His injuries will be far less than yours or theirs if you try to interfere with us again.
We've got movement. Could be trouble.
You know, the acting is so goofy. Pain!
Very good.
It's on that level.
We'll go tell Thomas the hallway is secure. Remember, Peter, nobody gets by. Understand?
And maybe we could have avoided this if we'd opened negotiations.
You can't talk to them. You can talk to me. But you can't talk to them. They can't be trusted. Just leave it to us.
And if Garibaldi is killed?
Zach gets his room. Look, this is all very fascinating. But the latest from EarthGov
I like that line.
confirms that I still have jurisdiction over the situation. So, until that changes, we'll play it my way.
This is President Sheridan. It is not the policy of the Interstellar Alliance or this station to bargain with terrorists for the lives of hostages. You have two choices. Surrender, or we will use lethal force to bring you down.
You know, I understand the concept of we don't negotiate with terrorists. We don't negotiate for hostages, although we certainly do. But I understand why you would not do that, because then all of a sudden that becomes like the easiest bargaining chip ever, right? The cruelty of that, though, of we'll just let them die. Like, we have to sacrifice them because we can't have this be in a place. That's so cold. That's so cold. It strikes me like it never has before, of just how that is. But I get it. Like, I really do.
So well.
They're gonna get him.
Oh, wait, look, we...
Oh! Who was it? Oh, it was Byron! Oh! Guys, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
Almost 10 minutes. Why don't they answer?
After we've had some time together, I and those directly responsible for the recent violence will surrender.
Okay. What's the condition?
I want your personal guarantee that the rest of my people, those who have harmed no one, will be allowed to leave the station in peace. And we will only surrender to you, not the Psi Corps.
How do we know that everyone responsible for the violence will surrender?
You'll have everything you need to be sure that they won't get away.
What does that mean?
Now, Byron will be surrendering with the rest.
To you, not to us. I want him in our custody.
These are the identicards of those responsible for the violence. They can't get up the station without them. These are the signed confessions of everyone involved.
This is over.
For those wondering, I noticed he didn't use his left hand at all, even to take off his glove.
Don't do this, Byron. We've both acted hastily. We've both acted badly. But I'm willing to put that behind us if you are.
He's lying.
Don't go off with strangers, Byron. We have a job to do and we're going to do it. Make sure they understand we're not leaving here without Byron.
See, this has turned personal for Bester.
What are you trying to pull here, Bester?
Captain, I have a right to these prisoners.
It's all right. No, I couldn't go back. I want to go back with them.
I would be more impressed with this if the acting leading up to that moment wasn't so hokey. I ain't gonna lie, I was not impressed by that. Is that gas? Is it gonna explode? Kabloom? Oh, there he goes. Everybody shoot him.
Damn it, hold your fire!
It didn't have to end like this. It still doesn't. Yes, it does. We are no longer who we were. We are what we have become. What you made us!
I'm so sick of this dude. Is he gonna eat it?
Byron, don't do this. Walk away, Lyta. Do it now. For me, for the others. They will need you now. If you stay, they win. If you stay, then our love was false and my life was in vain. It'll be the end of everything I worked for. Come together in a better place.
He's gonna do it.
A better place than this.
Clear out! Come on! Go! Get out of here!
That was pointless. That was absolutely pointless. He took out 5 of them, 6 of them. As if that was going to change a bunch of stuff. Like,
Remember Byron. Remember Byron.
I'd just rather forget Byron.
Remember Byron.
Breaks my heart. Absolutely breaks my heart. I gotta be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm not shocked. I don't think I ever am with an addict. Even a fictional one. Well, that was an episode. I gotta tell you, for something that was the end of this legendary telepath war that we've been hearing about for so long and has built up to be such a big thing, something that somehow carries on through hundreds of years of history, it just fell flat. I'm just gonna just blame it on Byron. It's gotta be his fault, right? Like, it's not that bad otherwise. It's just gotta be his fault. I don't know. It just, you know what they should have done, and I will stand by this one. I'll talk with Jeff about this. They should have dedicated almost an entire episode to Byron's backstory 8 episodes ago. Give him that underpinning so we understand why he's doing what he's doing. You introduce the villain that way, because they just dropped him on us and he was just there and he was annoying. You explore that with him and then we understand what's going on and it makes the story that much more compelling. Marvel has the same problem with their villains, is they never really explore their villains very much. They didn't until Thanos got his own movie called Infinity War, because that was really all about Thanos. Anyway, I'm glad that's over. I'm glad Byron's gone. I really am. Where's it going to go from here? I don't know. Garibaldi's back in the bottle. Ugh. Breaks my heart. I'm gonna talk with Jeff about this on Monday. You guys make sure you join us then. And I don't know, maybe he can drag something good out of it. Maybe we can put this whole deal to bed and brighter futures for the rest of the season. I really hope so. I really am hoping so. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me this week on Brent Watches. You guys, thank you so much for joining me. Be sure you join us again on Monday. As I said, while you're here, make sure you like, subscribe, share this video, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, until next time, guys, take care.